All right, guys, welcome to the BullRing Banter podcast on Pit Chatter Media, part of the Race22.com network. I am your host and promoter of the Ararat BullRing, Langley Austin. I got my sidekick here with me, Kimberly Austin, my wife.
Man, that's a mouthful of intro right there.
That was a lot. BullRing Banter podcast, Pit Chatter Media, and the Race22.com network. Lord have mercy. And the Ararat BullRing. You throw that in there.
And we've added another one to go along with it. You're getting ready to announce here in a second.
Okay. You're getting ahead of yourself over here.
Yeah, I'm living in fast forward at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's good. We were living in reverse before, so yes, fast forward's all right. Anyways, we're back for episode 2. I mean, they said we wouldn't make it 2 episodes, but here we are. Technically 3, I mean, if you count episode 0, the pilot, the launch, you know. But this week's episode, we even got a sponsor. I wish I had the sound effect from Days of Thunder. We got ourselves a sponsor. This week's episode of the BullRing Banter podcast is sponsored by Buffalo Mountain Motorsports in Willis, Virginia, located at 5587 Floyd Highway South, Willis, Virginia, right there on 221. That's a Floyd County business. We're a Floyd County bunch of people here. Local racer owned and operated, and man, they got. I went down there today to see them, and man, first of all, if you don't know what Buffalo Mountain Motorsports is, it ain't got really anything to do with racing. Okay, it's power sports and used cars, trucks, SUVs, every make, model, year, pricing, whatever you got, they got it right there. But they also got race cars. And like I said, the local racer owns that, and they had a Crown Vic in the shop there today. They wasn't really messing with it today, but it was sitting there, had a cage in it. Got us Crown Vic on the way. So we got one. I seen Brad Holt had one.
There's 2.
Alan Ham had one.
Up to 3. 3 for Dale.
We'll see. I know of about, because I have people ask me, well, how do you think the Crown Vics are going to do? And I'm asking myself that daily. But I think there's 8 of them that I know of that are being built.
Not a bad start.
And that does not include cars that are other places in the Carolinas. I've got some that run at Caraway that have talked to me, so coming off the asphalt and going on the dirt. Think there might be a Franklin County guy or 2 who look at that division as the one that they want to come run. Crown Vics, man, got some potential there. But Buffalo Mountain Motorsports, our sponsor for today's show, be sure to support them, man. That's a racer supporting a racetrack. And everybody who's listening to this should be, hey, let me get on their website, bmmusedcars.com. Get on their website. Check them out. Look up Buffalo Mountain Motorsports and get a car or a truck or an SUV or, an ATV. I mean, they got some used ones on there. I just showing you one of the used ones they had on there a second ago. Got some nice stuff, new stuff, the old stuff, whatever you need. They got it. They'll finance you. They'll take care of you. They'll do whatever you need to do. So,
I hate to cut in, but the Buffalo Mountain Motorsports, people's going to look at it and go, "What in the world? Why would it be Buffalo Mountain?" But back, I probably shouldn't say how long ago, probably 25 years ago or so. I saw my first buffalo. They have buffalo farms in Willis. And I actually saw my first buffalo in Willis, so...
one thing about this podcast is I don't never know what the hell's going to come out of your mouth, okay?
Oh, I thought it was interesting to add,
Oh, man. Yeah, sure. And I mean, I guess there's an area over there in Willis called Buffalo Mountain. Probably because they got buffaloes, I guess. That's what we're learning today.
They're a very unique animal.
I mean, they must be. And a very unique business there, Buffalo Mountain Motorsports. They get you anything you need. I mean, he may be able to even sell you if you need some Crown Vics. I think they got 2 or 3 of them there, and I'm sure he can get you some more. And so if you need one to make a race car out of, that might be your guy right there. So be sure to check them out at Buffalo Mountain Motorsports. Hit them up on Google, Facebook, wherever you got to do. Check them out.
I mean, even if you just ride by there, I mean, you see what they have out in their parking lot, right there by Willis Village Mart.
Yep.
I mean, they've got a ton of stuff in their parking lot.
Yeah, and they also sell Next Haul trailers. They got another place out up on 221. They're setting that. So it's a very interesting, for me, this business. And, I'm not trying to spend all my time talking about a sponsor here, but, like I went to their main location today, and I know they got trailers up the road. And then they sent me to another place where the owner was actually at today, and they were working on cars and doing stuff back there. Very diverse, stuff going on there. Looked like a really, really cool business, and we appreciate their sponsorship. They're one of our diamond sponsors for this year. They'll have a race night, and one of the race divisions will be sponsored by them. They haven't picked it out yet, and some other perks that come with that, some signage and some things, and victory lane, and all sorts of things. So you'll see Buffalo Mountain Motorsports everywhere, and I believe they got like a buffalo costume. I believe he told me, and they're going to have the buffalo out to meet and greet the fans this year. So really cool sponsor to have, and we're looking forward to that. And speaking of sponsors, I mean we're signing people up every day. So be sure to jump on. We can promote you here on this podcast. We can promote you on videos we got upcoming. Content that we're going to be posting on Facebook and TikTok and wherever, YouTube and everything else. We'll have a little bit of all of that for you that you can participate in and be a part of, and that supports the track. That's the best way for anybody that's in business to support us, and we appreciate those who do. All right, got all the scheduled dates out on last week's episode. Got the actual schedule posted, later on that day last week. Got all those out, and then we had to update it because we added one. So, got the Monday Memorial Day race, which I believe I mentioned on the podcast that it was a possibility.
I think you did.
But Monday Memorial Day, got the American All-Stars Pro Late Models coming to town. Man, those guys, 20, 30 deep, rolling into the 3/10 mile BullRing of the Ararat BullRing. Man, I'm telling you, that right there could be the show of the year.
Can we do a 4-wide salute?
Oh, man, I think so.
I think that would be so awesome.
I got two schools of thought on the 4-wide salute in dirt racing. I think it's very overused. But I also, I ain't going to lie, I watched the 4-wide salute from one of the races in Florida the other day, and I got chills watching it. So
it's an amazing thing to watch. And it's been many years since I've seen one in real life. I think the last one I seen was at With Raceway.
That was 47 years ago.
I said years. We didn't have to, go into detail. But, just watching that and listening to the sound of them come around. No, they're not at full speed. Yeah. And they're not doing anything spectacular. But just the way it looks, the sound of them, I think it's a very respectful thing to do in dirt racing. Yeah,
we're gonna do it a little different. We're gonna get the juice box racers to do a 4-wide salute. You think we could get them to stay side by side that long?
Absolutely not.
Holy smokes.
How about we get the pack cars to do a 4-wide salute?
We don't even have a pack car at the moment. Okay,
we are working on that. If you know anybody that would like to sponsor and get me a pack car,
oh my God,
it's a dream. It would be a dream come true of mine.
Yeah, need to whatever we get for a pack car, we need to wrap that thing like bright,
pink.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Neon green, bright
purple,
yellow.
That would be awesome.
Put Ararat BullRing down the side and whatever sponsor, just blow them up.
Put a big bull down the side.
Yeah, well, bull, buffalo, maybe. You never know.
Bulls and buffaloes.
We got all kinds of animals running wild already at Ararat BullRing, and the real animals haven't even got there yet.
Oh, so. Yeah. Don't remind me. I was just thinking about something you were talking about. We've made it to episode 3.
Well, 2, but technically 3. Yeah.
We're 3 weeks closer to race day. We're getting there.
You made me sick a little bit there. I'm excited for the season to start, but at the same time, man, it's coming fast. I just told you a second ago, we're probably, 30, 35, 40 days, whatever, away from having a practice because I want to try to get in as many practices in the month of April as I can for the racer and for us. Just because, we need that rhythm. We need that, track prep. We need that everything, turning on the speakers and making sure the lights work. And
making sure everything goes the way it should. Get as much practice and opportunities to do that as possible.
Getting people on and off the track, and there's some uniqueness to the way that the Ararat track is laid out there. So there's a lot to figure out on our end. And one of the things that I want to bring to the table here is I think. And, man, I'm going to piss off some people when I say this. Not our local base, but, if somebody outside of here, hears this, it may make them a little bit mad. But I think most dirt tracks are very poorly run. They're not very organized. Now, I've watched the World of Outlaws, and obviously, man, they're on kill. You know what I mean? Lucas Oil, they're, timely, and they get put behind by track prep and stuff like that. But, that's just part of it. But, most of these local regional racetracks I'm sure they're trying. I'm sure they're doing everything they can, and I'm sure I'm going to get to the first race and somebody's going to go, damn, this guy's an idiot. He didn't even know to do this, and that's okay. I'll know next time, I promise.
I do tend to agree with you. Watching a lot of dirt races, they have to roll them out onto the speedway, then line them up, and it takes a good 20 to 45 minutes to line up some stock fours and some enduros, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? You guys need to have people in the pits that's, working. Hey, guys, let's get it going. Let's get it right. And I'm sure that we're not going to be perfect probably the first couple races.
Yeah.
But, you have to consider, people's time. They don't want to sit there and watch that crap.
Right. Yeah. I agree. I think a lot of dirt tracks take a lot of time. And this is asphalt, too. Let's not get started about the problems over there, but because this
racing,
is not an asphalt
let's go
thing.
Racing in general.
Yeah, but those are things we want to fix. Yes, I'm probably saying some of this now, and this is going to come back to bite me in the ass. You know what I mean?
Well, you said on episode 3.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they know it's episode 2, but whatever.
Oh, whoops! See, I told you I'm living in fast forward today.
Yeah. So. Anyways, so we got the American. I've done about messed that up every time I've ever said it, thought it, or typed it out or anything else. But the American All-Stars Pro Late Models could be the show of the year, or we could have another announcement coming up that could be the show of the year. We'll see. Got some touring series that we still got to put together and put on the schedule and try to make work here, and we'll see what happens. I did a little bit of work this week. Got the enduro rules out. I didn't really have to work real hard because it was just Harris Speedway's rules, and I just adjusted them for things that I thought.
And they're enduros. They're sort of self-explanatory.
Well, I don't know. And I want to say he's doing it wrong, but how can you say a guy who's actually profitable in this business is doing it wrong? But Cletus McFarland, they had their Nissan Maxima Sentra or whatever 6000 or whatever this past weekend, and they didn't even take the glass out or nothing from what I gathered. I haven't watched it yet, but I guess they had to, every caution they had to clean up glass and everything else. And we certainly don't want to be doing that on the dirt.
Now, does that work the same on dirt with the glass? Does it not just absorb down into the dirt?
Well, anything that absorbs has to come back up at some point, I guess. So
okay, you have a point.
I don't really know. I don't know. Go dump some glass out tomorrow in the dirt and let me know what happens. I'm not real sure.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that's an experiment I'm ready to try.
Whatever. But anyways, so the enduro rules out. Their first event is May 24th. They'll run an enduro, which may or may not be an oval or a roval or some sort of form or fashion of that. Come that night, and then we'll have a flagpole race, which I don't believe they've ever had there. So that'll be something interesting for the Ararat crowd.
I've always loved the flagpole races. If you've never seen one, go to YouTube and find one. We've had some spectacular flagpole races. Very interesting concept to racing.
We've had some interesting stuff for sure.
We did learn our lesson not to use the American flag.
Oh Lord, don't get man, these people have a heart attack if the American flag touches the ground here, okay?
Well, those racers are crazy and take the flag out.
Made in China didn't give an absolute crap about it when they sold it, but here we are. We care if it touches the ground. So, listen, I'm as patriotic as the next guy, but I didn't get that one. So, anyways, we're got today, put out the BullSheet. Which is, clever, take on a newsletter for the track there. That kind of goes back to old school racing. They used to have the BullSheet a couple different places, not just Franklin County, but Motor Mile, Pulaski County Motor Speedway.
I think it fits.
Lonesome Pine. Oh, it fits us. Fits this even better than it ever fit any of the others.
Right. I saw some of the comments on Facebook. I think it fits very well.
Yeah. I can't wait to. I got to make a logo for it. I kind of just drew up some text today, but I can see a bull and the poop emoji, and I think we can have some fun with that one. So,
Oh, I'm sure your wheels have been turning all day to get that going.
100%. We talked about last week having a cleanup day. We're gonna go ahead and set that, and I just did this. Somebody asked me earlier what day I was doing that and how that worked and all, and I said, I don't know, I didn't even set that, so I just set it a second ago. But that'll be, let me make sure I got my date right here. Yeah, that'll be Saturday, March the 8th. And that'll be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., so basically a 5-hour window there. And we'll probably go longer, and we may start earlier. But you don't have to be there the full 5 hours. No.
If you can come and give an hour, 2 hours, a half hour, just come hang out. Just come see.
Treat it like your job. Come work for 30 minutes and stand around and talk the rest of the time. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Oh,
just
yes.
don't hold anybody else up. Okay. But so cleanup day, and listen, I'll put out like some more information on this, but hey, weed eaters, chainsaws, excavating equipment, any and everything you can do. Paint sprayers. I'm gonna try to make sure we have the paint there. Paint sprayers, pressure
gloves,
washers,
buckets, cleaning supplies,
stuff for the concession stands.
Yes.
Paint the towers. Paint the tower, the concessions, all that. We got to brighten this place up, man. I tell you, that's one thing that I told you about the walls last week and how they annoy me, and that's going to last all of about 2 laps.
How you're going to keep the walls clean at a red clay dirt track?
I've already resided to the fact that I'm not going to. Okay, but
hey, you know what? We could paint them rust red, and then you wouldn't even know the difference. They would be clean all the time.
I'll tell you what, you're working on getting fired right today, because they are. That's what I was about to say. The buildings there right now are all painted in rust we trust, okay? Those who get that, get that.
That is a very inside joke right there.
Because that is not red. I'm just letting you know that is not red. My shirt is red. That is not red, okay? Anyways, inside joke. Y'all ain't gonna get it anyways. But listen, it is. It's rusty, and God, it just don't look good. It just don't look good. So we're gonna find some paint, slap some paint on these buildings, and slap some paint on the walls, and we gotta make this place look good, man. I tell you, and I'm not downing anybody who's ran it in the past. I'm sure that they've done their own version of whatever they wanted to do. Okay,
but I understand the concept of the rust.
Oh, I do too.
Red, it's lower maintenance.
I understand the laziness of it too, because I thought about it myself. Okay,
I mean we've had our go rounds with barn red or rust red or whatever color.
In rust we trust. That's what it's called. You buy it at Tractor Supply. Okay. Anyways, so we want to get everything painted up and brightened up and freshened up, and then I want to get some banners, hung on these buildings, that signs tell you what we're doing there. You know what I mean? I want you to know where the restrooms are. I don't want you to have to walk around and guess, hey, is there any women in there, or is that men, or what's in here? You know what I mean? I want you to see a big sign.
Anybody in there? Are you a girl or a boy?
I want you to see a big sign. I want you to know that the snack shack is the snack shack. I want you to know where the souvenirs are. We talked about the merch last week. I want you to know where that's sold. I want you to know what's going on with the tower. I'm gonna put some sponsors on that too. Somebody hit me up. Let's put a big sponsor banner on the tower. People gonna be looking at the tower, so you might want to get it on there. Hey, speaking of, that's one of the things.
Basically, just dressing up an old pig, making her look pretty.
Yes.
Add another barn animal to her.
Don't call my girl a pig, okay?
Okay.
Just stop.
Dress up the old bull. How's that?
Exactly. Got to get the bull looking good for its date. So, anyways, some of the stuff that we're gonna set out to dress up more, like the flag stand, man. We may have to replace some wood and make it look a little better. We're going to dress it up, too. So we're going to get us a flag stand sponsor. That's one thing we're working on. Ain't many more eyes going to be anywhere except for that flag stand that I can think of. So that's going to be a good place to put some sponsorship.
I mean, everybody looks at the flag stand, from the fans to the racers paying attention, the tower, everybody.
Yep. So we'll do that, and I'm gonna try to line the fences with sponsorship, entrance fence there, signs and banners and all that. Got backstretch area for billboards. Got a lot of stuff available, though. A lot of stuff. So, I don't want to spend all my time on sponsorships, because that's not what this is all about. But, hey, that is part of it, and that is things we're doing. Got all the race division sponsorships available, except for whatever Buffalo Mountain Motorsports takes. And then, fastest qualifier sponsorships. Souvenir program ads. That's something else we're going to try to bring, to the track every week, is a souvenir program that'll have, that'll be full of photos and, memories of the previous night. First night, it'll be memories of, past nights, but, need to sponsor for, gonna, plan on doing some fireworks, on July 4th, and need a sponsor for that. And, we're going to do some theme nights, do some gold rushes for the kids, and have a kids night and superhero night, and, all those things that gets people into the stands. And I'll tell you something else I thought about today, whenever, and I hadn't put out yet, but I got to put it out. Looking for a band to play for the first race. I'd like to have a band every race, actually, because there's probably a window of an hour and a half or so there where there's not going to be a lot of sound going on, and there's going to be some different moments when they can play. And listen, I want this to be an event. I know that coming there for a race is good for a certain group of people.
It's good for the racers.
Yeah, well,
racers' families.
It's good for the diehards and the people who really want to be there. I want everybody to be there. I want you to be. I want you to say, man, they got that band playing up there tonight, and we can go watch a race too. Okay, come on, $15.
I was
get your money out.
I was doing a little community work today at the local food pantry.
It's about time we got some work out of it.
Thanks. And, one of the guys that helps there, he was talking to one of the people that had come through. And he's like, yeah, we got old so-and-so playing Monday night musics. We just need to get you guys out in the community. That people want entertainment,
100%. And everybody comes for something different. I listen, the things I want to have happen before the year's over with is I want somebody to say, hey, I just came for the music. And I want somebody else to say, man, I just came for the food. The race was a bonus. But I want, your food's good. That's what I want to hear. And that's something we're going to work on really hard over the next 60 days, is getting our food right and getting the right items in there and it being good food. You know what I mean? I don't want some bull crap. I don't want you to go up there and get a cold cheeseburger. That does not interest me at all. I don't want a cold cheeseburger. Well, I'll probably take one. But, only at the end of the night when everything's over with. But
I want some good old cheese fries or some redneck fries.
Yeah. We can do that. We can have the BullRing fries. That'll be a good one. I mean, it'll have pig on it maybe, but, we'll call it the BullRing fries.
I don't think they'd care to know the difference.
The Porky Special.
No, that's awesome.
Anyways, so those are things we're working on. But, man, it is coming up fast. Cleanup day, just before my ADHD gets me and I get gone. Cleanup day, Saturday, March 8th, 10 a.m., 3 p.m. Anybody and everybody, please come out. Help us, weed eaters, chainsaws, anything you got. Let's, get that place looking good, and get going, get this season underway.
Help us get the girl in shape. You were talking about, and I hate to keep going over this, the sponsorship a few minutes ago.
Again.
No, and I think that people would be interested to hear this. People's probably thinking, "Oh man, I can't afford to sponsor them. I can't afford to do that." People's probably they don't know amounts.
No.
Hey, if you got a couple $100 you want to help the track out, I'm sure we can fit you in somewhere. We can, we want your help. You're going to help us make the track. So, you got a couple $100. You're looking to, help, but you don't have a lot or whatever.
I mean, I want $10,000 from each person, but I'll settle for $100 program ad will get you in there.
Exactly.
And get you going. And we'll get you fixed up, So it don't matter what you got to spend. We can make it happen. But anyways, let's not harp on that.
I just wanted to point that out.
I know. Set up our link tree this past week, and that's a fast way to find us. Link tree. We got Ararat BullRing on there. Shared it on our Facebook. I'll probably share it a couple more times. Be sure to check that out. That's got all of our links on it. It takes you to the website. It takes you to Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, anything and everything. And we're going to keep that, going. This newsletter is going to be good because I can push out, stuff to people just any and all the time. And I'm not going to flood your emails, 37 emails a day, and I'm not going to be trying to sell you something every 5 minutes. But I do plan to, send out our merch when it's ready here shortly. Hey, get your Ararat BullRing t-shirts, get them before the season even starts here. I mean, I need to go ahead and get some and just have them with me when I go down there. I'll be down there, pretty much probably dang near every day from here till the opener. If it ain't raining, snowing, sleeting, hailing, and the wind ain't blowing 200 mile an hour, I'll probably be there just about every day. Not all the time, not all day long. I've got to go out and work on sponsorship and do other stuff, and work within the community and talk to people and do some stuff in the county and all that stuff. But I'll be there. So if you got, you want to come by, chat about some racing, do some, come by and help, do something. We got plenty of projects going on that we're kicking into high gear starting tomorrow. So cleanup day will get a lot of that, but we got plenty to do all the rest of the time too. So anyways, I guess that, the summary of this show is we're getting ready to get ready. So
that sounds about right. I mean, that pretty much covers everything we've talked about.
Yeah. We are, I think we are 59 days from the opener tonight, whatever day it is. I don't even know. We're, last time we recorded at 1 a.m., we're recording at 11:54 p.m. right now. So, I spent the evening at Ararat, spent the day out, working on sponsorship stuff. Got a lot going on. Going to be out, hitting the sponsor trail tomorrow, working on stuff, trying to solidify some deals and make some things happen there so we can have the best season possible. So
now,
anyways.
What was that outlet that you would be sending stuff out? Facebook and Linktree. Yeah. All this new technology. You sent me a link for it the other night, and I think it looks great. I think it's really good for the fan and the racer to be able to see all that, especially for people getting a little bit older like me that don't just go everywhere looking for stuff.
I mean, you're 137 years old and couldn't remember it 5 minutes from what I just told you a second ago. So I'm not sure it matters, but, But yeah, I'll put a link up to it, on our. I got a link on our Facebook, so it's on our about on our Facebook. So if you're on there, and more than likely you are, just about everybody's on Facebook these days. But man, we're going to start kicking up our TikTok and YouTube and all of that stuff. I've been working the Instagram a little bit with the Facebook and X, Twitter, whatever. Going to be working it and doing it too. So be sure to check us out everywhere. Everywhere we are, check us out. Follow us, newsletter, sign up, go to the website, sign up for the newsletter. Go check out our sponsorship stuff on the website, rules on the website, ticket prices on the website, which they're simple, $15. $15 unless you're under 10, and if you're under 10, it's absolutely free. So ain't going to charge the kiddies anything. So
got to get the next generation in there.
That's right.
Got to get them excited.
That's right. My son is already beating me up trying to get a new bike, so he can try to be a 2-time champion. He was the bike champion. I mean, I didn't crown him the champion. Other people crowned him the champion. Down there, but we didn't really have a championship in it, so to speak. But he's quote unquote the champion. That's what he tells everybody. So he's looking for a repeat championship, this time on dirt. So
the boy needs to get into demolition derby, he destroys everything.
I can't afford that, so I have to get a sponsor for that. Okay,
yeah. So he's going to have to get out there and get himself some sponsors for that.
He's actually pretty good at that, so we'll see. But anyways, so I think that route does it for everything we got this week. I think we went over everything.
All right. It's been kind of a slow but fast week.
Yeah. Okay, so don't forget Saturday, March 8th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., cleanup day. Saturday, April 19th is our first official open practice. I'm probably going to practice. I'll go ahead and say that. Probably going to practice before then. Probably first weekend in April, we'll start ramping up because I need to get some practices in. Need to get some flow going. Ain't about the money. It's about just figuring out everything we need to do there because, you ain't going to make no money by the time you pay to prep the track and all that. So
I'm starting to get a little anxiety. It's all starting to come along fast.
Maybe you'll get in the sweatshop and make us some T-shirts so I can be selling them and, some hoodies and some hats. And
I think that's definitely important to have, for practice and stuff for people to see.
Cleanup day will be a good time, too, Yep.
That's pushing it.
Yep. Well, you should have it ready by the time I wake up in the morning.
Oh, my goodness.
Spend all night in the sweatshop and you'll be good to go. So, anyways, that'll do it for episode number 2, not number 3, as she says. Episode number 2 of the BullRing Banter podcast. We'll call this one Getting Ready to Get Ready, and we're just about there. So come get ready with us. Saturday, March 8th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. cleanup day. Saturday, April 26th. First race, the Running of the Bulls, opening night, Ararat BullRing. Don't miss it. We're going to get out of here, and we'll see you next week.